Hey everyone, I'm back again today with another tutorial using the Too Faced Chocolate Bar Palette. I've already done a golden brown smoky eye and a burgundy smoky eye, and now I'm bringing you the highly requested brown smoky eye. I avoided doing a look using browns because I wanted to be a little bit more creative. I didn't think I'd be uploading any more looks using this particular eyeshadow palette, but like I said, I've been bombarded with requests to do another, so your wish is my command. And now let's get on with the tutorial. I'm starting out as always by prepping the eye area, and you'll have noticed that I've been using this paint pot non-stop over the last while. I love it because my eyelids are quite veiny and have a bit of discoloration to them, so the paint pot completely conceals any pigmentation on my lids, along with the fact that it helps my eyeshadows to last all day long too, and that's why I love it. I know a complaint that a lot of people have in regard to the paint pot is that it can be quite dry. I can see why that is, but overall it's not a massive issue for me. I do find that you need to set the product in place in order for it to work its best, so if you do have that dry issue, use a very light hand for this step. As I've mentioned, I'm using the Too Faced Chocolate Bar Eyeshadow Palette, and I'm beginning by taking the shade Semi Sweet on a pencil brush just to map out my guideline. I start on the corner of my eye at the point where my lower and upper lash line meet. I then draw a line outwards from that point as if my lower lash line were to continue on, and then I angle that line outwards towards the tail of my brow, and then I can blend my shadows in from that point. As always, I'm starting out by doing some crease work. I'm picking up the shade Salted Caramel on a fluffy blending brush, and I'm applying a light wash of this colour into the crease. This shade in particular is a perfect transition colour. Next, I'm using Milk Chocolate on another blending brush, and I'm adding this into the crease as well. I'm applying this a little deeper in the crease, a bit deeper than the previous shade, and I'm using back and forth blending motions to buff the colour out. Once I've more or less no product left on my brush, then I'm feathering upwards to blend that brown in with the other eyeshadow. Moving on to the shade Semi Sweet now, I'm taking a little of this shade on a fluffy blending brush and yeah, you guessed it, I'm applying it into the crease. A little lower down though than those previous shades. I want a nice gradual fading effect, and using multiple shadows like I'm doing now is going to help me achieve that effect. The shadow that this entire look is based around is Triple Fudge. I'm using that now. It's a really nice deep dark brown that's slightly on the warm side. I'm using a flat shader brush to pack this colour onto the lid, and as always I'm taking my time with this step because I want a nice even coverage to the lid, and I also want to reduce the risk of fallout. I'm using a clean blending brush now just to fade the edges of the brown, but I felt like the transition between the shades could have been a little more seamless, so I'm going back in with a little bit more of that semi-sweet shade just to kind of bridge the gap. Now I'm taking a black eyeshadow and I'm picking up some of this on an angled brush and pressing the brush all the way along the lash line to lay down the shadow. Once the shadow's in place, I'm flicking my brush upwards to smoke out that line. I don't want the line to be harsh, I don't want it to be clearly defined, just nice and smoky. I'm adding some false lashes now, and the fact that I put that black eyeshadow along the lash line is going to do me some favours. It's actually going to help me hide the lash band. For the lower lash line, I'm taking the shade Salted Caramel on a penciled brush and smoking it all the way along right into that inner corner. With the more precise brush now, I'm taking Semi Sweet and doing the exact same thing. I'm working my way from light to dark, so I'm taking Triple Fudge next on the angled brush and pressing it into the roots of the lashes, and finally I'm going to apply that black eyeshadow just to the outer third. To line my waterline, I'm taking an eyeliner from Physicians Formula. This one is jet black and it does a really good job at staying on the waterline, so I highly recommend it. To finish off the look, I'm using some mascara to blend my own lashes in with the false ones, and then that's it. So I hope you enjoyed the tutorial and found it helpful. Thanks so much for watching, and I'll see you in my next tutorial.